care of everything. When you're in the WWE, you could be world champion. I mean, there's a story in my new book, The Best in the World at What I Have No Idea, available at fine bookstores now. I suggest all of you pick it up today. There's a great chapter about Santino in it, Santino Gump. But there's a chapter, I was the world champion, and we were in St. Louis going to Cape Girardeau, Missouri. And it was about a 5-hour drive, and I decided to drive it that night. I was wide awake, amped up after the show. And there had just been an ice storm. So by the time I get to Cape Girardeau, I mean, there's ice and snow everywhere, like snow piles as high as this ceiling. And it's Cape Girardeau, so there's like 7 hotels in the city. And this is always a bad sign. I went into the very first one and asked for a room. They said, no, everything's sold out. Now, when you find one place that's sold out, that means that usually all the places around are sold out.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So I go into the next hotel, it's sold out, sold out. So I finally go to a Drury Inn, and they say, yeah, not exactly the best of places. And they say, well, we're sold out here too, but the YMCA has people coming. You can go sleep in the bed at the YMCA. And I'm like I'm the world champion. I'm like, there's no way I'm going to a YMCA to sleep on a cot. And I've never said ever in my life, don't you know who I am? I would never say that. But I said, listen, tomorrow I'm working here at the Enormo Dome, Cape Girardeau Arena.
Yeah.
I'm in the main event of the WWE show. I'm the world champion. Is there anything you can do? And she's like, well, I can let you go sleep in the conference room. And I was like, well, that's a little better. Like, what do you mean?
YMCA.
She's like, well, there's a conference room, where people will have, meetings or whatever. And she said, you can go sleep under the table. But she said, at 7:30, my boss is going to come in, and you're going to have to leave. I'm like, well, we'll see. And it's like 4:30 in the morning. So she gives me a little pillow and a little blanket.
And you're on the floor.
I'm on the floor. And I go under the table because apparently that's going to be more shelter for me. I remember looking up, and there's all these little pieces of gum, like chewed gum. And I'm like, what kind of meetings are these people having? And who's chewing all this gum? So I go to sleep. I wake up in the morning with this lady shaking me. And she's like, I'm sorry, sir. You're going to have to leave. I'm like, lady, I'm telling you what. I am not leaving. You're going to have to call the cops to get me out of here. You're not having any meetings on a Sunday morning in this place. I'm staying. So she left, and a couple hours later, it was 9:30. I woke up, and I look in the mirror. My eyes are beet red. My hair is all over the place. I just look terrible. And I walk out the door right into the breakfast area where all the guests are eating the free continental breakfast. And everyone just stops and looks up at me like, huh? And this little kid, I remember sitting with his dad, he goes, Daddy, that's Chris Jericho. He's the world champion. And I said, yes, I am, kid. Yes, I am. And I walked out of there forever. So that happens sometimes, even as the world champ. There's no room set up. But when you're in rock and roll, you get on the bus, everything's taken care of. You got a tour manager to tell you, here's your day sheet. You be here at 10 a.m. We're going to drop you off here, pick you up here. You get your shower here. You do your press here, your VIP here. Here's the show. Get back on the bus. Everything is taken care of. And that makes it a lot easier. Having said that, you have more freedom when you're traveling by yourself, like I do in the WWE. But it's a lot of fun to be on the bus with the guys in the band as well. So.